Mind the shot, mind the frame. Get out of here. Hey guys, it's been a while. It's me, Gamer Chaos Soldier 2007. And to celebrate, we're gonna have some tuna and some Mountain Dew. Don't know why the label is off, really. You know, don't know why they do that, really, sometimes. Okay, so anyway, good news is I've managed to get the Skyrim Anniversary Edition working on my Xbox. So I now can play with the mods, and I still play the vanilla game of Skyrim, and I usually play with the mods just to mess around, sometimes just to check out what they are. And to celebrate, really, we're going to have a lot of fun on it until I can figure out how to get my videos from my Xbox to my device, really, to upload it onto YouTube. So if you guys know how to do that, try and leave it down as a comment for me, okay? And there's actually one thing I've realized in the Elder Scrolls series. Back since the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the DLC, The Shivering Isles, there was technically another Daedric Prince, which was I thought there was only 16, but however, when I first started playing the Elder Scrolls series, I've only started playing Skyrim, but I should have actually started playing the first Elder Scrolls game, but however, unfortunately my computer, however, is broken, really. Don't know what caused it, really, but however, it's just not working anymore. Probably power supply is busted, corrupted hard drive, fried motherboard, or overheated CPU. Don't know what's caused it to break down, really. So basically that computer is now obsolete, so I'm going to have to find enough money, get a job, get enough money, buy a new gaming PC, and then start making videos, and I'll see you guys more on YouTube to get you guys some entertainment. And if you still like my videos, please leave a like and subscribe on my videos, please. They're actually quite a good one. I worked quite hard on them. Okay, so down to business. There's another Daedric Prince, and he's known as Jyggalag, known as the Daedric Prince of Order. You might think that Puriite is known as the Daedric Prince of Order / Task / Pestilence, but however, he's known as the Daedric Prince of Task, Order, and Pestilence of the Lesser Daedra. But Jyggalag, he's known as the Daedric Prince of Order for logic, really, because he was considered one of the most powerful Daedric princes, that all the other princes were fearful from his power until they cursed him with madness. And that made Jyggalag become as Sheogorath, back since the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, DLC The Shivering Isles. And when your character in the Elder Scrolls 4 game, in Oblivion, when you defeat Jyggalag, you actually free him from his curse until you take the Mantle of Madness, and Jyggalag is now free to roam the voids of Oblivion once more. Okay, so I've got some fan art I've actually made. Some of my folks, even you might actually, there's actually one person who actually helped me with one of them, which was one of my teachers back in my previous school. So this here is one of Jyggallag's Daedra, right here. This thing is called these are one of Jyggalag's minions, known as the Knights of Order. They're technically soulless creatures that are technically not beings. They're technically a Daedra, but however, there's multiple types of classes of the Knights, from ones that is tarnished all the way up to the Perfect, which is the highest rank. Perfect Knights of Order will actually lead a small group of pure Knights of Order. I do love the armor, though. I've actually copied it from an image. Managed to get it all right. 3D modeling looks good. The sword, however, is kind of strange. It doesn't match the exact same model, but however, I'll try and work on it. This is what their helmet looks like. And there's technically a mod to get the Knights of Order armor inside of Skyrim, but however, the chestplate, gauntlets, the leggings, they're not the same, really. They're technically the same model as the ebony armor, but however, the helmet is still the same, but however, a bit more wider, and the entire bottom here is technically exposed. And however, what it looks like when you are about to equip it in the game, really, it technically looks like a sigil stone, But in Oblivion, when you use console commands to get it, it looks like a bottle. Same thing is the armor in it, in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion for the Knights of Order's armor is also leveled. Same thing with their sword. Their sword starts off as tarnished from level 1 to level 3, all the way to 20 plus, which is only the highest rank that the maximum of the sword goes, all the way to perfect, which is technically quite rare to find. Getting a perfect Knights of Order sword is quite hard, but however, if you level up more, the more they will get common, really. But in the last mission, if you're like somewhere like 39 or 32 or something like that, then perfect order swords will become more common. And okay, so you're probably wondering what jyggalag looks like, but we'll get to that soon, okay? So you can get the mod for the Knights of Order armor in the Bethesda net, or in the Creation Club in Skyrim. And it's also free to get, really. Just type in Knight of Order armor, or jyggalag, and then it'll show some results of it. Then you'll be able to get the armor, but however, it won't come in with the sword, just the armor. But however, if you use the Sword of Jyggalag in the Creation Club Saints and Seducers, that's actually the real name for the Creation Club from Skyrim, okay? So if you complete one called Restoring Order, which is one of the quest lines, and you've defeated a person known as Thoron, I don't know. Then when you defeat him, then you'll be able to retrieve the Sword of Jyggalag, which is technically classed as a Daedric artifact. People say it's not a Daedric artifact, but turns out it actually is. And doesn't pose any enchantments, but it says that if you gaze upon the edge of its blade, will be able to let you see through the past, present, and future, really. Something like that. Also, there's another thing you won't believe what I found out. That Peniel Whitestreak, which is the Holy Crusader in the Elder Scrolls DLC Knights of the Nine, he's technically like a cyborg from the future. I don't even know why. I thought he was just a normal person, but turns out he was actually a cyborg. I did not even know. What kind of madness is that? Bethesda, you really need to work on that, really. That doesn't seem right. Okay, we're getting off the topic. Okay. Alright, hang on, I'm getting quite thirsty. When I talk too much, I get parched, really. Okay, so here's the image again for the Knights of Order. This is what their model was back since the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, when it was on Xbox 360 and when it was only available on Windows, Mac, PlayStation, and Xbox. And Oblivion was one of the biggest hits, but however, there's technically some Easter eggs and cheat codes inside of Oblivion, such as console commands, but however, turns out you can't use console commands on console, but only on PC, really. Which is kind of a bummer, because I really wanted to get this. And another thing which is really disappointing, really, is that you can't retrieve the armor off the corpse of a Knight of Order from the DLC of the Shivering Isles, which is kind of really lame, really. Probably that their armor was actually part of their body, really, when they were made, really. Don't know why. And besides, these guys can't talk, but however, if you use actually a calm spell on them, then they'll actually be allies, and when you talk to them, they'll actually speak English, really. Or any other language which is in your country, okay? But however, same thing with the Priests of Order. They'll just say the same thing like, madness always yields to the march of order, or I praise to my lord jyggalag, or the grey march is upon you, or jyggalag will walk the realm once more. I don't know, there's like a lot of dialogues about that when they talk about that. Alright, getting to business. Okay, so I'm back on YouTube. Got my account recovered because it was actually hacked, really. So once I start making videos, I'll try and make some videos on my Xbox and then try and put them onto YouTube. But however, please leave a comment to tell me how to do that, because I don't know how to do that, because I'm still trying to work around a lot of things about technology, really. Okay, so that was the Knights of Order fan art that I made. And also, the Knights of Order basically just mostly male, really. Don't know why, but I don't know if there are females, really. Alright, so this is what jyggalag looks like from my fan art. This is my first one I made. Try to copy the exact same model. The sword, however, was kind of a bit hard to make, really. But however, I try to make it more realistic. But however, I don't know why there's not that much armor right here. But mostly, his armor is mostly covering up his upper torso, his arms, his head, and his legs, and his pelvis. But not that much area around the stomach area, or the waist. Probably that's like less armor, like probably like some sort of like chainmail or something, like, or crystal plating. Oh, and by the way, the Knights of Order armor and jyggalag's armor is technically made out of a type of crystal, which is quite really hard. Just the same thing as the obelisks of the same thing with the obelisks and the crystals as well. And they're called order crystals. And the heart and the sometimes the knights will carry a type of heart which is not like a normal Daedric heart, but it's technically a type of crystal, which is called a Heart of Order. If you eat it in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, you'll technically get a special type of power called Jyggalag's Boon, which will actually will actually recharge, like restore your health really quickly. But however, if you have a lot of health, it will technically go quite slow. But whatever you do, do not eat too many of them, because it will actually sometimes damage your health really. So only eat one at a time until the effects go out. Okay? Alright, so where were we getting to? Oh yeah. So jyggalag is known as the Daedric Prince of Order. He was cursed by the other Daedric princes because they were fearful from his power, however. So they all decided to work together and curse him. So once each era, he was actually allowed his true form. But every time when he conquers to reclaim his realm, he ends up going back into Sheogorath. But until then, when the hero Kavach, aka the champion of Cyrodiil, defeated Jyggalag, he became your character will become as Sheogorath, and Jyggalag was free to roam the voids of Oblivion once more. Alright, so basically my favorite Daedric artifact, however, in the Elder Scrolls series is basically the Sword of Jyggalag, really. I don't know why, but it's technically one of my favorite. There's some other Daedric artifacts I do like as well. And I actually have 3 favorite Daedric princes I like. My most favorite is technically Jyggalag, really. But however, Bethesda only mentioned him only in one DLC, really. Only in one game. I don't know why, but he was never mentioned in Skyrim. But however, Bethesda, if you're hearing this, I'm just wanting to say, please add Jyggalag into the Elder Scrolls 6 game, which is probably like, I'm not sure what the title is. I'm not sure if it's going to be Hammerfell or High Rock, because they say that the Elder Scrolls 6 is technically going to be based in Hammerfell and High Rock. So basically, you'll be able to go into 2 territories. And I hope that Bethesda actually puts DLCs, but Bethesda, I've actually gotten a really cool idea, which is actually adding Jyggalag into the DLCs, that Jyggalag decided to enter the realm, to enter Nirn. But however, you can actually become an ally to him, or to Sheogorath, which is the champion of Cyrodiil, which is technically like another civil war. But however, Jyggalag cannot be cursed, because, you know, he can't be cursed again, because he's already been freed from his curse. Because the champion of Cyrodiil is now Sheogorath. So that means until when Jyggalag returns, or you can actually do a DLC that you can actually go back into the Shivering Isles, well, into 2 types of realms, which is known as the realm of Jyggalag or the realm of Order, which is technically a crystalline, which is technically like another island, just like the Shivering Isles. So there's technically going to be like another type of castle, just like the throne that Sheogorath sits in. But however, New Sheoth will be the same thing, and keep the same locations in the Shivering Isles that you did in the Shivering Isles DLC since the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And for the other DLC, there's other one I'm not sure what I'm gonna think of, but I'm just really a big fan of Jyggalag, really. Okay, which is the Daedric Prince of Order. So I was planning you guys to probably do like 2 or 3 DLCs, because I know the cool title for the DLC that Jyggalag should return, really, called the Return of the Grey March, or the Return of Order, or the Battle of Order and Madness. means you can actually choose two sides. Just like the same thing as the Civil War quest in Skyrim, that you join the Stormcloaks or the Imperials. Oh, and by the way, I prefer the Stormcloaks because outlawing Talos worship is quite far, really. Nobody likes the Thalmor, really. And besides, since the Imperial Legion got corrupted by the Thalmor, which is technically just madness, really. So that's why I decided to join the Stormcloaks, really, to restore the order, to know that the Imperials no longer have business in Skyrim. So that means so that's why I decided to help them. And General Tullius, never liked him, really. Okay, so we're getting off topic, like I was talking about. Okay. So the realm of order is technically the land that Jyggalag lives, which is part of his new realm. And if you go to any types of portals that are on any side in High Rock, you'll actually get the portal that will take you to Jyggallag's realm. And the one in Hammerfell, it'll actually take you to all the way into the Shivering Isles. Same landmarks as the ones in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And even the same enemies and NPCs, but however the NPCs should probably be different, really. Because, you know, they probably died from old age or don't know, really. And even in the DLC you can actually customize what you want Sheogorath to be like, and Jyggalag, however. Oh, and by the way, here's a bit of a bonus I was thinking of, Bethesda, is that if you actually complete any of the quest lines of any side of the battle of Order and Madness, if you choose the side of Jyggalag and then completed the quest line of that side, Jyggalag will actually reward you his sword, and including another type of replica of his armor, however. And the armor, however, well, remember, I've actually realized that Jyggalag, he's technically 18 feet tall, really. Okay, we're getting off topic. Okay, so Jyggalag will reward you at the end of the quest line his armor, but actually it's like a normal human-sized one. And the armor can be enchanted or not be enchanted, or whatever you choose to be. No, actually, keep it unenchanted, really. And the sword of Jyggalag, it's an unenchanted item, really. Because I know when he was holding it in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion DLC of the Shivering Isles, when he's holding it, it's actually part of his character model, which is actually like a one-handed sword to him. But however, when the player holds it, it's actually a two-handed claymore. And even you can actually, this time as well in DLC, you can actually loot the Knights of Order's armor, including take their sword. But however, the sword and their armor will actually be the same defense. The sword has the same defense rating as a Daedric sword, but it will also be leveled, really. The highest one will actually do probably, okay, I don't know. You guys do the defense ratings, really. And for Jyggallag's armor, it will require probably 5 Hearts of Order and a Daedric heart and an ebony ingot. And for Sheogorath's realm, it'll have the two same types of armor, the Amber armor, Madness armor, the Dark Seducer's armor, and the Golden Saints armor. Oh, and by the way, the Golden Saints are actually one of my favorite Daedra races as well. They're quite cool, really. And if you choose the side of Jyggalag, that means you can actually go into the Shivering Isles and then try and activate the obelisks. Even you can tell Jyggalag which would you like to be, like a Priest of Order or a Knight of Order. And as soon as once you work up and become at the end of the quest line, then you actually will become as Jyggalag's champion. So that means he'll actually reward you with his sword. But Jyggalag will actually have his same sword with him, but he'll actually reward you with a different type of sword, which is also the sword of the champion. Or Jyggalag's sword of champion. No, it doesn't sound right. Okay, what should it actually be called? I don't know, really, but I'm probably thinking it should be called the the Champion of Order. No, the Sword of the Champion of Order. And the same thing with Jyggallag's armor. You'll actually have one which is the same one as a replica. And it'll actually be heavy armor. Same defense rating as Daedric armor. But however, you can also... I'm not sure if Bethesda might add the bone armor. Like dragon armor. And also, here's another thing. If you actually choose the side of Sheogorath, it'll do the same thing. So you'll have to start working up, but even you'll have to, well, you know, kill the gatekeeper to get in. But like, same thing. Same thing will do the same quest lines in the Elder Scrolls for DLC, the Shivering Isles. But however, but this time the Grey March is different, and that Jyggalag knew that about his defeat. But however, instead of killing the champion of Cyrodiil, Jyggalag decides to imprison him into a very, very powerful prison that Sheogorath cannot even get out. Not even his power will actually be able to get him out. And besides, even you can actually visit Sheogorath, but however, he would like literally probably be a bit mad really, but he won't be able to get out. He'll be like chained up, not be able to get out. And besides, if you actually choose the side of Jyggalag, you actually have to prove your mettle and your strength as a test against his knights in a arena. Against his knights and his other types of Daedra, like an Astronaut of Order and his Priests of Order. Anything that, like even his knights. There should be another type of knight called a Juggernaut of Order, which is technically a like a big brute, which is also has the same armor as the Knights of Order, but however the Juggernaut will be bigger and will be carrying like a mace of order and a big shield, which will actually he can even like slam the shield into the ground and swing the same thing as like the club from the giants that they carry. No, I don't think a Juggernaut would sound good really. Probably a dumb idea, really. Same thing. Knights of Order, Priests of Order, Astronauts of Order. They're technically not part of the DLC of the Shivering Isles, but they've actually put part in a mod called Vigilant in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, but it's only available on PC on the Nexus mods. I tried to get it onto my Xbox, but however, I don't even know exactly what Nexus mod is, but I did research, and they say that it was actually been hacked, really, so that's why I'm decided to not access the Nexus mod. So I've decided to stay with Bethesda Net. Sometimes get my mods there, check for bugs, or even if the servers are down. And even I'm planning, if I do get enough money, probably move up to the United States, and probably might decide to try and work for Bethesda, really, because I technically am a big fan of Bethesda. Another thing, I've also got some other games on my Xbox, which is Doom. Because I'm also a big fan of Doom. The Elder Scrolls series, Halo, Skyrim, Doom, good games really. So now, like I was saying before, and besides, what I'm choosing if that DLC ever comes out for the Elder Scrolls 6, for Hammerfell or High Rock, I don't know. What I would go for is choosing the side of Order. But if you choose the side of Madness, then, well, I'll be seeing you in the battlefield. Not like literally, it's just a quote, okay? So, yeah. Also, Bethesda, do you think you could actually try and use the same model as the Knights of Order from the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and the same thing as Jyggalag, but however give them like a bit of a retexture just to improve their texture, you know, since we're getting close to 2025 really. Because, you know, a new era of gaming will be coming soon. Because, you know, when video gaming first came out, it was quite a big hit, really. But all the way until 1998, that's when video gaming became very popular. But when the original Xbox came out, that's when people just started running into the stores, getting their hands on one. But however, I've actually got two Xboxes, a normal Xbox One and the Xbox 360 that I play Oblivion on. Alright, we're getting off topic right now. Okay. So, which side would you choose? Order or madness? But if you go with the order, then you'll actually... Because besides, I always prefer to choose the side of order because it's always a good thing. Madness, however, it ain't right. So that means... But however, remember, Shaggorath should not get killed, only imprisoned. But however, he won't be able to leave the prison like for all of eternity, really. Okay, so that means jyggalag can now also rule the Shivering Isles once again. And even he'll also have his own city, which is technically the city of Jyggalag or the city of Order. And there's a mountain called the Mountain of Jyggalag, I don't know. Same thing as the obelisk in the Shivering Isles will still be there. That will be because if the hang on 1 second. Alright, there we go. So that means one thing. If you slowly advance through the DLC of Order, the Battle of Order and Madness, and if you complete this quest line with the Order, you'll get the Jyggalag's armor. It means he'll actually reward you of his own set. And it means you can actually fight with Jyggalag in the last mission as well, to storm through the palace. And if you choose the side of Shaggorath, it means you actually have to do the same thing to defend the realm. And you have to do the same thing to defeat Jyggalag. But however, if Jyggalag is defeated, he'll do the same thing with the ghostly head, which is the same thing as the DLC of the Shivering Isles since the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And that means all the forces of Order will retreat, go back to the realm of Order, and that means the Shivering Isles will be safe again. But if you defeat Shaggorath, but not killing him, but just downing him, means he will be marked as essential. Means you only have to down him, which is just by defeating him. Means he'll actually be forced to surrender. And that means Jyggalag will just say, you're now going to be in prison for all of eternity, Shaggorath. And till then, Shaggorath disappears, and he'll then appear in the realm of Order, in the palace, in a very deep underground, will be guarded by 5 Knights of Order, by guarding his doorway, but how the door can only be unlocked by Jyggalag, really, or by the champion. But however, the champion cannot get the key, only Jyggalag or the guards at Shaggorath's cell can only unlock it. But however, a Knight of Order will have to be with you to keep an eye on you, so they might think that you might free him. Alright, so that's the type of DLC. But however, also Bethesda, if you create the quest line for the side of Order, means you have to try and customize it a bit. So yeah, if you complete the quest line, if you choose the side of Order, you'll actually be rewarded with Jyggalag's armor, which is actually like another model of it. Well, actually the same model, but actually the one that the player can actually wear, that you can actually wear. And we'll also have his sword. But hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry if that took a bit. Okay, so like I was saying before, if you choose the side of Order, and that Jyggalag rewards you his armor at the end of the questline, including his sword, but you can also tell Jyggalag what kind of sword you would like to have it. It'll be the same model of his sword, but you can actually choose it to be one-handed or two-handed. For me, I mostly use one-handed and two-handed weapons, but I mostly go with one-handed, really. And also Bethesda, for the model for the Knights of Order, do you think you could actually try and add a shield to them? Because they only used a sword for blocking, really. And okay, so You'll also be awarded with the Sword of Jyggalag, but however it will be called the Sword of the Champion of Order. And it will have no enchantments on it. Means you can it can be upgraded with 3 Hearts of Order, and including 2 ebony ingots and a Daedric heart. Even at the second to last quest line, no, actually, no wait. Even at the last quest line, even jyggalag will award you his sword as well, which is his Daedric artifact. So, yeah. But however, his sword is also unenchanted, really. Oh man, it's actually been going for like 30 minutes, really. Look at me, I just sound like an old radio, just keep going off. Okay, so that was the fan art that I showed you, and Mountain Dew is also quite good, really. I would recommend get some. It's really good. But also, don't drink too much of it, because it's quite unhealthy, really. So that's why I'm trying to limit my intake of it. So yeah. Basically. So I will go choose the side of order, really, to help jyggalag to reclaim the Shivering Isles.
Oh, shut up, Minnie.
Don't mind that in the background. That was one of the dogs, really, okay? Okay, so now I've showed you the fan art. It's good to be back on YouTube now, okay? Alright, so please like and subscribe this video, because it has been a while. And I'll try and keep up on YouTube to see how many videos I can post until I get a new gaming PC, because the old one had technical issues, really. So yeah, please like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.